Hi, everybody. My name is David Potter, and it's been my privilege to um, act in the role of your associate minister at Ferris Lane Community Church over the past year. It's been a great year, finally emerging from those darker times and beginning to look forward instead of having to look over our shoulders. A familiar piece of scripture from Jeremiah 29:11 reads, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. This was a year that really personified that piece of scripture for me. It was a year of celebration and great growth, a year of watching and wonder as God unfolded his plans right before us. We were able to do all the things and have all the events without holding back, meaning we were able to focus on the opportunities as opposed to the risks. Our worship has gone from primarily video led worship a year ago to a fantastic group of musicians and technicians that are working hard and growing together and becoming tighter and more cohesive with every week that goes by. This is such an exciting time to be a part of our worship experience. It has also been an honor for me to lead our congregation through some of the important times in the church calendar, such as Lent and Easter and Thanksgiving and more. We put on a fantastic pancake supper last year in February. Well, I guess it was this year in February, well attended by both church and daycare families alike, followed by a poignant and powerful Ash Wednesday service the next day, perhaps the best attended yet. The feedback at that service was that it was a very moving and inspiring experience for all who attended. And at the end of our Lenten period, I presented our Good Friday service. This service has become somewhat of a tradition for our church, and I'm always grateful to see how impactful it is to those who experience it. I was much more involved in our special events this year. In partnership with Sean Gibson, we organized the Ferris Lane Chili Cook-Off with help from Mark and Tracy and some others. The Super Bowl, the fantastic Summerfest celebration. Lisa and I presented the Trunk and Treat again this year, which was a great success. These events are a lot of work. But it's so fun and satisfying to see the church and daycare families and new friends come together just to have fun and get to know each other. I'm looking forward to seeing how we can continue to develop and improve these events going forward. Facilities management has become a fairly big part of my role. And with our partners at Pioneer, I oversaw the approval, financials, and development of a major four-court beach volleyball facilities that you can all see at the back of our property. This was a major undertaking, which required several board-level approvals, interacting with other ministry leaders to ensure all concerns were answered and satisfied, and then overseeing the actual development of the facility itself. In the end, we have a great sports facility which brings new people onto the property every day of the week and will be a healthy source of income for our church in the days and weeks to come and years. Along with other regular renters like Narcotics Anonymous and Cocaine Anonymous, Al-Anon, we are blessed to be able to give those folks a space to do their wonderful and incredible work that they do for the community around them. And we also have regular requests from others for birthday parties and this and that, and the daycare as well. It's becoming a big job, to be honest, and so recently Sean Gibson and I talked, and he agreed to partner with me in this role, so I really appreciate his willingness to assist. I've had the great opportunity to preach a number of times this year and offer the family prayer time several other times. It's always a great privilege to serve in this way. This coming year, so what is going to happen this coming year? Well, we have had a fantastic year, and I just know we're going to have another fantastic year coming up. And for me, all that I have learned over this past year, I want to put to work for the next year. So I see this as a year of refinement and more discovery. I'm excited about how far our worship has come in this short time. And I firmly believe that God will continue to bless this ministry with new growth, new ideas, new people, and we'll continue to try our best to bless him and bless our congregation in this coming year. We also have the opportunity to take a good hard look at some of our events and set ourselves some big audacious goals about how we can improve them, get the word out better, and reach out more into our community through these events. Ultimately, I'll go back to that piece of scripture from Jeremiah, and I look forward to seeing how God unfolds his plan for his church in the upcoming year. I'd be remiss if I didn't take the moment to thank my amazing wife, Lisa. Lisa, I appreciate you putting up with the late nights, the Saturdays, the days I'm missing, the quiet way you support me when things get tough. Thank you for being the one I can always count on to be there when I need you, and for giving me the space I need when I need that too. So the big question for me this coming year is going to be, what more can I do in my ministry for the community of Christ around me? And I will keep that as a mantra as we go into this great year. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve you and the church in this role in this upcoming year. I'm looking forward to a great year ahead. Thank you, and God bless.
Hi everyone, my name is Deb and I'm the supervisor of Ferris Lane Community Daycare. This past year has been a busy year. We've had lots of new families join the center, which has been exciting for us. We also have a waiting list that is very long, and we hope to help new families out in the future. I'd like to thank the staff for all the hard work they do. Every day they are committed to a quality program and to the children and their families, helping them out in any way they can. In the last year, we have been working through CWELCC, which is a short form for Canada-wide Early Learning Program. And I have to thank Aileen very much for all the hard work she's done with the paperwork and understanding the expectations from the county. CWELCC has been a great benefit to the families as well as the daycare. We also had many great things happen in terms of activities for the families, including a pancake supper, Easter egg hunt, and we had a graduation for our kids going from preschool to kindergarten in June, where families attended and they had an opportunity to socialize with other families, and the kids did a great job receiving their diploma. That was followed up with trunk and treat and our great Christmas concert, which was in person this past year. Thank you to the board for all their support and for all the changes we've been able to make because of their support. To the center, new cupboards in the hall, some storage shelving, some changes in a bathroom, and some changes to our toddler room. They're really appreciated by everyone. Also like to thank the church for their thoughts and prayers and all the support we get through them. And the families, we really appreciate them. They've become part of our community, and their children as well. And some of those children are now attending the FLAC program, and we hope to see siblings do that in the future. It's nice to see these connections happening, and we look forward to the next year, which will be another busy year with some different things happening. I appreciate everything that everyone is doing to help us move forward, and God bless you all, and have a good day.
Hello everyone, I am Kim Cruy and I'm here with this year's annual report for the Children's Ministry. We began the Sunday school year with about 5 school-age children. It has slowly evolved into its new program. We have beautifully grown to about 8 regular school-age kids and now have 2 infants in our nursery. 3 of 4 Sundays each month, I am providing kids with songs, stories, crafts, and memory verses for the school-age kids, and we have 1 worker who's helping cover the first Sunday of each month. Our program is created and uploaded for access to Sundays using a YouTube channel that was created during the pandemic. FLAC, which has been our Kids Club midweek program, is now recreated to be FLAC Sundays, FLAC Wednesdays, and FLAC Online. All our kids, of course, are awesome. I will be sharing more about the YouTube channel at the end of this report. As the school year wrapped up in 2023, we had approximately 5 to 7 kids coming to FLAC. It was still in its recovery phase from the pandemic, but 2 of our regulars returned, and soon a few more were added. We enjoyed the time we had together. But in returning to FLAC this fall, we had grown significantly. We were able to connect to our community well through the VBS program. We now have a regular group of 22 to 25 kids attending each week. Prior to VBS, many of these kids had never even heard of the Bible, God, or Jesus outside of the occasional nativity scene under a Christmas tree. VBS 2023 was called Deep Sea Adventure. I had the privilege of getting to know most of the kids during the VBS sessions, and this created an incredible opportunity to bring Christ to kids who had never heard about God's love. Our previous year had 35 kids, which wasn't bad coming out of a pandemic. Last summer, with the bans lifted, we hit 72 kids registered, with an average of 68 to 70 kids each day. We had 6 sessions each day, covering 6 important Bible stories and wrapping up with a call to salvation. We had 12 kids raised their hand to ask Jesus into their hearts. I was able to follow up with a few of the kids who are now attending FLAC regularly. The kids who attended last year are already asking about this year's VBS, which is in development. This summer's VBS is called Light It Up, and we are greatly blessed this year because we have the Spanish church merging with us, which gives us the added benefit of having other mature men and women in Christ help us with the event. This year was the first time we were able to do a Christmas program live since 2019. We had a whole new group of kids now involved with this part of the church's annual event. At the time, we had just 5 kids coming to church each Sunday, but this year we merged the FLAC Wednesday kids with our Sunday kids. We had kids who had never been in a play before, much less ever known the Christmas story. Each getting up and singing their songs and doing their lines. While there were a few hiccups in the production, the kids did a fantastic job, and the play Dashing Through the Snow was one that I had wrote for the kids, and our church had been many seats filled with the people who did not come regularly, but they were all very blessed to see their kids perform this Christmas play. And finally, the FLAC Entertainment Bible Sessions. During the pandemic, I had created our sessions to be available online through a website, and then later moved it to a YouTube channel, which at the time was named FLCC Kids Club Ministry. I have now renamed it FLAC Entertainment Bible Sessions for Kids. I had originally put that together this year to make it easier for me to access the lessons prepared for both Sunday school and Wednesday programs. As well, I have created cartoon characters that represent some of the children that attend our classes. The kids have fallen in love with this channel, both the Sunday school kids, the Spanish kids, and our Wednesday night kids. As a result, the kids locally and globally are now accessing this YouTube channel and are able to, at any time, access any of the songs, any of the Bible stories, and complete any of the challenges that these sessions present. It has been a privilege to serve you in the children's ministry this year. I look forward to seeing what God has to do at VBS this year, as well as other areas of the children's ministry. God has been truly good, and I thank you all for your prayers and support.
Hi, my name is Amanda Gibson. I'm the youth director at Ferris Lane Community Church. We have a youth program here for teens that are anywhere from grade 6 to 8 is our junior youth program, and high school is our senior youth program. We are always excited to have new people joining our youth groups. We are a very inclusive group who is very welcoming to anybody. And that's not just coming from myself, that's our teens as well. We're all always very excited to have new people joining us. So we meet as a group at our church service, which is at 10:30 every week, and we also have a youth program that meets in the youth portable at 6:30 every Wednesday. On Wednesday nights, we have a blast. We spend about an hour having fun, doing a game, and also an hour just connecting on different topics. They'll typically relate somehow to growing deeper in our faith and learning about that, and as well as tying it into just stuff that teens deal with on a regular basis in life, whether it be at home, at school, with friends, in the community, social issues going on around them. And we cover all sorts of grounds and we just have a lot of fun together. And we love to do events as well. We have some big events that we do. We have small events that we do, just as get-togethers to have fun. This past year, I was blessed to be able to take 4 of our teens to Florida for the Nazarene Youth Conference. That was an amazing time. Not only did we have a lot of fun together, but the spiritual impact on the teens that went and myself was just massive. And it's been amazing to watch that play out in their lives afterwards as well. Just that lasting impact that something like that can have. We do a lot of fundraising. When we have stuff like that come up, we're gearing up for Salt Lake City, Utah, which is in 2026, and we are already getting the fundraising rolling for that. Something that's always been very important to me is that nobody is left out of an opportunity like that for financial reasons. So we're making sure to start early and start raising money now. We have a few fundraisers we do every year. The golf tournament is every September. That tournament raises money for our youth program as a whole from one year to the next. And we have so many huge supporters of that. There's so many businesses around Barrie that donate prizes to help that tournament be successful, as well as golf players that have been coming out, some of them year after year after year from the beginning, which has been amazing. And then we always have new people joining us, which is also amazing. So that tournament always is very successful in raising money so that we can keep our program going. And we just wrapped up our euchre tournament that we just had in April, and that was a lot of fun too. So our teens are active participants in those fundraisers, as well as our church community that I'm so thankful for, that is such a huge support of our teens. Many of our teens have been getting more and more involved in the services. We've had some joining the worship team, helping on sound, volunteering at outreach events, and with our children's ministry in certain areas. I know VBS is coming up. We have some teens that are going to be working with that. So just lots of fun stuff going on. If you ever want to know more, please reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, Amanda Gibson. You can connect with me through our church email. They'll get you connected with me. And I'm just really excited for the next year that's coming our way. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Maria McMullen and I'm volunteering with Ferris Lane in regards to our social media. I've developed just a 3-point media strategy, which I'll discuss in this slide. So the first one is to set up the actual social media platforms. So I have set up the Instagram account, and I've been posting more consistently on Facebook with our events. Twitter, I'm not a Twitter person, or we call it X now, but as a church, I don't think it's necessary, so it's not something I think we should focus on. And of course, we need to focus on our website in the future. Next media strategy is to post consistently. Posting is important because it allows our community, the Barrie community, to see and explore our church in the way everyone is doing right now, which is through social media. So I have been trying to post all events and our events that are happening, but I would like to do more of this so we can have a more consistent presence in the social media landscape. And our future strategies So these are some of my future goals, which is to encourage the church members themselves to share the posts that are on social media. This encourages outside people to see all the wonderful things that are happening at Ferris Lane. I like to create a public event page on Facebook to encourage people outside of our church to attend our events. And we do need to focus in the future actual website. I spoke with a company called Church.co as a potential website designer, but I've right now paused the search. I think we need to discuss more as a church what our vision is for the website, and so we can make changes to it. Our website is a little bit outdated, and I do feel that's something we need to focus on. But besides that, I think we've come a long way in our social media strategy, so I'd like to help and continue with creating this platform for Ferris Lane. Thank you very much.
Hi, church family. I'm Brenda Coulter, and I am one of the ministry leaders for the worship ministry at our church, and I am pleased to be bringing you this year's annual report. One of the things that we are most proud of and the highlight of this year has been the return of live worship. This is something that we had talked about last year wanting to do, and this year we did it, and it has been such a blessing. And such an element to our service that we have missed for a very long time. It has been over 4 years since we have had live worship in our church. And just the process for how that came about was nothing short of God. God directed and God provided. Last year, Mark and I had gone up to our Markdale church in the spring, and being there and worshiping with them and seeing their live worship, their band, leading us in worship, it definitely struck a need in me to realize just how much that was missing, how much I missed that part of our service. And then again at family camp this last summer, there was another worship band there, this time with young people in it, and I was participating in that worship service thinking like, wow, God, how amazing would it be to have a worship team again, and this time have young people included to our mix. So it's something that we had prayed about for such a long time, and after talking with the leaders in our group, we decided in September that we needed to take that leap of faith and start it back up again. As most of you know, whenever you venture out to do something new, there are nerves, there are doubts, there are many human-like things that creep in, and it definitely happened with us. When I sent out the email for the team that had been part of us before, there was about 6 responses that came back. And immediately I started thinking, how are we going to do this with just 6 of us? What is this going to look like? And I then prayed about it again and just felt God leading and saying, don't worry about that. That's not your problem. Let me take care of that. And oh my goodness, did he ever. Each time that we played, there was new people that came up and said, hey, I want to be a part of this. How do I do this? And since then, our team has almost doubled in size. And those that he has brought to our team have such incredible talent and a love for God and a love for the church, and it has just been such an incredible process to be a part of. So to those members of the team, thank you so much. You are very much appreciated. To our church, to the pastoral team, we just thank you so much for your advice and your encouragement. And to every member of the team, we couldn't do it without you. So here's to some more great things that will be happening this next year. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.